Hey guys, Peace Bunny H here, and in today's video we're going to be playing some Minecraft. So as you can see, I already have a building, a house behind me, as well as full iron armor. So this is not a brand new world, but this is my Minecraft Forever world. So I figured from now on, instead of making videos on a whole separate world, I would just use my Forever worlds and just show it off and just show off what I build here and use this as my YouTube world as well. Now, this world is a realm, so there are some other people that also play on it, so you might see them from time to time just in the background or even helping me build stuff. But I figured in today's video, I would just kind of do a tour of what I already have. So this is the first area that I'll show off. This area, I call it Sakura Farms because there's a bunch of cherry trees all around. And this is the house that I've built so far. I don't think it's bad. I might redo it later, but there is a tree that like grew into it. I really like that, so I don't know. But it's got doors and it's got an upstairs and a basement, and I got a little doggy. We got a kitchen area over here. We got chests full of stuff, and there's not really anything except a bed upstairs. So that's this house. And then, of course, it is a farm. So, of course, we have a greenhouse over here. And I'm going to keep adding more cherry trees around and keep expanding. This was not a naturally occurring cherry grove. This is one that I made up myself. So over here we have the greenhouse. We have like a little shed over here with a crafting table, and we got some extra seeds and stuff in here just in case we might need them. And we got pumpkins right here. We also got some melons, and we got some wheat. And we got carrots and beetroots and potatoes. So we got all the crops here. And of course we got composters. And I really like how this came out. I really like how the greenhouse came out. Over here we have some sugar cane. I will eventually want to do some like automatic farms, like with some sugar cane and bamboo and stuff. So eventually I will work on that. I am starting to practice with redstone a little bit, but I've never really worked with it much. So I do have to get better with it. And I do play in Bedrock. So I have heard that Bedrock Edition, Redstone, and Java Edition are different. They both have their pros and cons. But I'm in Bedrock. So over here's a little cave entrance that I built. And on top of it is a mob spawner that we're working on currently. It's not finished yet, as you can see. We got a bunch of scaffolding in there. But that is something we're working on. But down here, this was just a cave, and I just thought it needed a little entrance on it, like more of a cave. And I put a cherry tree in here. And of course down here there is a an abandoned mine shaft, so that's really cool. I'm not really going to explore it too much, but it is something that would be cool to build off eventually and make like a more finished mine instead of just like abandoned looking. Make it more like an actual mine. But yeah, so we have that over here. We got some mine rails right there, and then there's different areas in the mine we mine in as well, not just in there. We got some piggies. Piggies. So over here we have a barn. I mean, there are some builds that I want to redo, and I have a whole list of different things that I want to build. I have different areas, and I want to build up those areas and even start new areas. But this is the barn, and it's one of the builds that I want to redo. We've got our cows and sheep, and we got a llama and donkeys in here. But this is something that I want to completely redo. So when I do that, which might be the next episode, I'll just take the fence all the way across there and trap all the animals in there, and then I'll just completely tear down the barn and redo it. So, my building skills, I've been trying to get better, and lately I have been getting better, but some of these builds are from before my skills really got better. So that's why it kind of looks simple and basic. But yeah, I mean, it's cute, but I want to redo the build. Also, the chicken coop is over here, and that's also something I want to redo, which I don't think it looks horrible. The chicken's just, as you can see, there's a space under it, and we also got some eggs to collect. And so, the chickens constantly go under there and lay eggs under the coop. And I'm constantly having to break the dirt to go under the chicken coop to collect any eggs that are under there. And that kind of gets a little annoying. See, as you can see, there's one right there. So I have to kind of break the dirt to wherever it is and to be able to collect it. So that is why I want to redo the chicken coop. Just so they can't go under there and lay eggs anymore under there. But that will also be in a future video. Maybe I'll do that with the barn or another video, I don't know. But, so that's the chicken coop. Oh, almost missed 2 eggs. So we just got 14 eggs, so that's pretty good. Also, the chickens don't really go into the coop. Sir, you just ran out of the chicken coop. You just ran out of the fence, sir. Okay, so he can be a free chicken now, because I've got, like, lots of chickens in there anyways. So he can be a free chicken, and I'll just breed up more chickens later. Yeah. So over here, we have a mushroom circle that someone else built in the realm. We got the small mushrooms and the giant mushrooms. And it's built around our pig pen. And this is our pig pen. I just did a simple pig pen. We got some mud in there for them. And just like this little hut looking thing. So, I like this. I think I'll leave the pig pen because I think it's cute and I really like how it is. So, it looks like we got 5 piggies right now. And then over here, we have a little heart-shaped pond. So yeah, and then a smaller circle of mushrooms. But this is the heart-shaped pond. Something simple. I could probably go ahead and like fix up the area around it, maybe add to it. I definitely need to add pathways into the world. Add paths. We have some nether highways started, which we need to finish that. There's a lot we need to finish in this world, and a lot of stuff that I want to build. So yeah, I have a long list of projects I want to do in this world, but I'm sure lots of people playing Minecraft have long lists. Over here is just a simple house that someone else built, surrounded by a different tree type, but that's okay. This world is made for us to build what we want and have fun, and that's the point of it. We got a lava source thing here with the dripstone, infinite lava, and yeah, just a simple house. Looks like they got some storage, so that's nice. It's a nice house. We got some mushrooms over here, and I can't remember what this one is called. I think it's dark oak. I can't remember what this tree type is called though. I remember oak, cherry wood, spruce. That's about it. I think there's also mangrove and acacia. But yeah, over here we have some of these new, we got some of the new features. So the dragonfly bushes, you can see them flying around, those little specks, little particles that are glowing. We have the dead dry leaves on the ground. So yeah, those are some new things that we have that's in this area. So next I'm going to show you the nether portal we have in this area. So with each area, I want it to be connected to the nether highway. Either have a portal in that area, or some of the areas will be close enough to other areas that have another portal. And then that way they'll all be connected with another portal and be connected to the nether highway for quicker travel. But also, I want to build like a pathway system in the overworld as well, and connect all of it with pathways. That way, if we want to do like horse travel, we can do that a lot easier. So have like paths, roads, bridges. So yeah, so this is the Nether portal currently. It was like the first time I ever tried to build a mushroom in Minecraft. So I think it's cute, but it is one of the things I also want to redo as well. Because since doing this, I have figured out and learned how to do better mushrooms. I was watching a YouTuber who was building some mushroom buildings, and I kind of watched how she did them. And then I went into a practice world and just practiced building mushrooms. And I even practiced making some different Nether portal mushrooms. So this is the, as you can see, it's connected up to our Nether highway here. But our Nether highway is nowhere near complete. But that's okay. We still have lots of areas to work on. Okay, so this area is like our central hub. Right now it's very basic, so this will get built up. And I will have signs to mark out which way leads to what. And some of the areas might, like this path goes to what we call Area 1. So there might be sometimes, depending on like where other areas end up connected in the Nether, they might path off of this. And so, like, for instance, if that was the case, the sign would have all those different areas listed on it. So, you know, like, if you go this way, you can find Area 1 and whatever other areas. And then the path that it leads off of, that'll have a sign telling you where that path leads as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you in the overworld what we have for our central hub, which this area is eventually going to be built up into like a little town that I want to call like Central Town. But for now, we do have a train station built up here. It's got a storage room up here, and on the 3rd floor is where the Nether portal is. But we got a storage room, so people can, it's like a communal place where people can put supplies they don't need or want. And then we got stairs that lead down. So, but I might take out the stairs and put just a ladder there maybe, but I don't know, I kind of like the stairs. But yeah, so I wanted to do a train station, so I found a video on YouTube and kind of followed it. I did change it up a little bit, but this is our train station. I really like it, and I really like how it came out. I think it came out great. I think right here in this area, eventually we'll have, it'll be a bank, but in the bottom it'll have an automatic sorting system. So the bulk of all of our supplies can be stored here. And then of course at each different location we can have smaller amounts of supplies, but that way it's easier to find and it's sorted. And down here's like a little mine that got started, so I'll probably build that up too. And then somewhere around here nearby I want to do like a little town, and then I'll call this area like Central Town, because it's supposed to be like our central location, because it's where all of our Nether highways meet up. And it's like our central location. So yeah, Central Town. And now I'm just repeating myself. So I just found this random white cat. It's got 2 blue eyes, but it's got a collar on it. So I guess somebody must have tamed it. Also, there's a wandering villager there. Hello, sir. Hello, llamas. But I don't know whose cat that could be. I just thought that was interesting that I just randomly found it. Also, it's not running for me, so somebody must have tamed that. But it's weird that it's just randomly walking around out here. Also, you might have noticed by now, especially in the Nether, that there's no mobs on right now. we do have them turned off because most of us are not very good with mobs at the moment, but me personally, I do want to get better at being able to fight them and stuff. It's just a matter of practicing. So I do plan to start practicing at fighting mobs and getting better with them. So hopefully we can have mobs turned on, and that way we can use our mob spawners as well. So this is something someone else built in this world. It's just its own little thing. They built up this mushroom with it, which I think is really cool. It's definitely a much better mushroom than the mushroom portal I built. It's actually based on a real mushroom. But yeah, so they built this up and they wanted me to ask you guys to comment and see if you guys know what this is from. They built this from memory actually, which I think is really cool. And so yeah, I'll give you a little tour of it now. So this is the outside. And then we'll go inside here. We got the bed and bookshelves and crafting table over here. A furnace, a little table, and a little basement-like thing. So yeah, and there's even random things in the chest too. So I think this is really cool. So this one doesn't have a nether portal to it because it's actually really close to Central Town, where the train station was. So yeah. But if you guys know where this is from, go ahead and leave a comment down below with your answer and tell me what you think. Okay, so we made it back to the train station. So next I am gonna go ahead and show you guys Area 1. I know it's kind of a silly name. It was simply called that because it's the first area that we started building in and just where we kind of started with our world. So I know it's kind of silly to call it that, but that's why it's called Area 1, because it's the first area. So it is this way. I'm gonna go ahead and use this minecart. But it's actually, so Sakura Farms, this is kind of slow. It's a little bit far from the central hub. But Area 1's not horribly far away. This is very slow. I'm not taking that. I'm gonna just go ahead and sprint. That will be way faster. We need to get some redstone rails in here. Give us some power and make it go faster. But yeah, as you can see, we're already here at the nether portal for Area 1. And it's actually built up a little bit already. I'm not sure. This path doesn't lead to anything. But over here, we have this path that splits off here. And I have no idea where that goes. So maybe in a future video, we can explore that and just see where it goes. It could lead to nothing, or it could lead to something cool. I don't know. We'll have to explore it and see. But, and then up there just leads to a mansion, a woodland mansion that someone else claimed. I have one in this world too, and I definitely want to fix it up and just change it a bit, make it more like an actual mansion with like different rooms and stuff. I struggle getting out of the nether portals, but that'll be something for the future. Okay, so down here leads to a lush cave, as you can see. So that's just where that door goes, which we could maybe fix that up, maybe add a pond and some axolotls in there. And there's some stuff in here, and this has been built up for this nether portal, this little room, so I think it's really cool. We go through this door. Down there just leads to the same cave that I just showed you guys. So up here is where the actual area is. That's just the mine that we had started. I just made this little pathway to just mark where it is, because this is kind of hidden if you don't know where to look. And that's where the nether portal is. So Up here we have some trees, as you can see. I put some cherry trees in here. But it is a jungle, so there's lots of bamboo. We got a little farm that was started over here. We haven't really been to this area too much since we've started working up, building up Sakura farms. But I definitely want to build up this area and just make it even better. Just all the areas I want to build up and make them better. This is just kind of random. That's a treehouse that I built. To me it looks very modern, but also very simple. This was when before I even tried to start improving my building skills. We have a camel and a llama that's just bouncing up and down, having a grand old time. We have a witch's tower built there. I think that looks really cool. But yeah, so there's not really much to say. There's lots of rooms in there, but nothing to actually see. There's not really much in there. So that's that. And then there is a mob spawner that somebody built over here. But this one's a much smaller and simpler one than the one we're building at Sakura Farms. But yeah, just a simple basic one. I think it's cute. And over here we have a little dock. So this dock is kind of the first thing I started building when I was improving my builds. I built a little pathway to it. And then we have just a simple little dock. But yeah. So that's all we have so far in the world. Like I said, I do want to redo some builds. And I have big plans for this world. Other locations that I want to build up. And yeah, like I want to do like a redstone city. What else is there? There's all kinds of things. I want like an amusement park. That's just a couple to name a couple. But yeah, so we'll work on those in a future video. I think that's going to be it for today, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video where we'll probably redo some of the builds I've done. Yeah, so see you guys next time. Bye.